It is time to start my first reading vlog for the new year. Welcome to this house of books. My name is Ashley, and yeah, let's get into my first reading vlog. I was kind of not sure what I wanted my reading vlog for January to be. I am trying to put out one a month, and all of a sudden it came to me, I'm just gonna do a week of reading. I have been asked before, like, how I read so much. In 2024, I did read 124 books. So obviously that's a lot of reading. So how do I do that? So I thought I would just kind of take you guys along and share how much I am reading day to day. So it is a Friday. It is right after the new year. If you don't know, we homeschool. And so we have been off for 2 weeks now, and we are actually taking one more week off. So that's the week that I'm going to be filming. So it's not like a totally typical week. Like, we're still kind of in vacation mode, but I'm hoping to be able to devote some time to reading. Things have definitely not slowed down during our vacation. As I am speaking, our new cat is walking towards my camera stand. So we got a new cat right after Christmas. His name is Charlie. Hopefully he will make an appearance here soon. He's definitely still establishing himself into the house, but it's been busy. So let's just kind of talk about what my goals are for reading for this week. Something different is I am going to be including all of the middle grade books into like reading vlogs and monthly wrap-up kind of videos, because so much of my reading is doing read alouds with my kids, and I definitely count that. So right now, my youngest and I are reading Willowdean by Catherine Applegate. She is an amazing author. And this one, it's kind of fun. It's fantasy about a girl named Willowdean who is different, and she really loves these animals called screechers, and they are smelly and not nice creatures, but she is the only one who speaks up for them. And so they start disappearing, and she is the only one to bring it up, like, hey, maybe all these other issues that we're having with wildfires and other animals, like the, what are they called? Hummingbears, not showing up to nest. Maybe it could all be connected. Maybe we have really messed with Mother Nature too much. And so we are really enjoying it. I tab all of our books that we do as read alouds and that my kids read separately on their own. And it just gives us a good goal of this is what we need to read. So we have quite a few tabs left. And so I'm hoping that this week we will pick that up and continue reading it. Charlie has joined me now up on the bed, which is a huge step, so I will take it. Then for physical books, I have two. One I have already started. I started this last week and I have not made much progress, but it is Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee. It is a really short book, like 150 pages. Yeah, exactly 150 pages. It's not long at all. And I am on page 35. Obviously, this is not a priority read this past week, but I am going to make it a priority read in the next, today and maybe into tomorrow. We'll see how much I can get of it done today, but I would like to finish this by early tomorrow, because then my next physical book I need to have done by Wednesday night. Yep, it's Friday, and by Wednesday night I have to have this done for book club, and this is The Little Old Lady Who Broke All the Rules. We'll see how this one goes. I do love this one book club. We vote on books, so whoever's hosting the next month brings some suggested books, and then everybody votes on it. But this, you are following a 79-year-old woman who lives in a retirement home But she and her closest friends are all having to cut corners because there's just not enough money in retirement. And so they start turning to like white collar crime kind of stuff. So I think that this will be a fun book to read. I am going to do it physically, at least in the beginning. I have Everand and Audible, but I want to save those credits for some other books. So I'm going to get into this one. Audiobooks. So I have two here. I just finished an audiobook last night, so I am going to be starting Where the Library Hides by Isabel Ibanez. This is a buddy read for Book Mama. I will link her video down below, and she has a Discord group, and they do different buddy reads and prompts every month, and so this is the buddy read. This is the second book in, I don't know what this series is called, but the first one is What the River Knows, and it is a historical fantasy. You're following a, I don't know, maybe like 19, 20-year-old woman who has been definitely very sheltered, and her parents travel from, is it Argentina? It doesn't say, but I feel like that's where it is. But they go half the year to Egypt, and they go missing in Egypt. So she takes it upon herself to go and find out what happened to her parents. There is mystery. There's a little bit of a romance. It's definitely YA. I gave the first one 4 stars, and it was good. Definitely wanted to see where the next one takes us. So I have this one. I have it on Libby, which is why I am wanting to read it now, because I only have, oh my gosh, is this the ending? Oh, that's cool. Okay. There's an epilogue. I only have like 8 or 9 days left of the borrow, and there are people behind me waiting, so I won't be able to take it out for longer. With the author's note is 386 pages. It is YA, so I am hoping that it will be a quick little read. So that is going to be started today for my audio, and then I have a beast of a book. This is for another online buddy read, but it is Malice by John Gwynne. I've talked about this before. Becca from Becca and the Books is hosting, well, she always hosts a catch-up book club, and this next year or more, we are going to be reading, what is this? The Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne, and then there's another series, I don't remember that name, but they are all kind of within the same world. So we are starting with Malice. I'm really excited to pick up a John Gwynne book. I have been wanting to read his books for a long time, and so this will force me to do it. She does have a like live YouTube show to talk about the books, and that is going to be on the 12th, and today is the 3rd. So I've got a lot of reading. It is 628 pages. I'm definitely doing it on audio. I just got it on Audible last night, so it is set and ready to go for when I finish Where the Library Hides. So I have quite a bit of reading to do this next week. We'll kind of see how far I get into these 4 books. You know, I have some priority reads that need to be done. So that is my update for now. I will be back later to just kind of share how much I have read and kind of go from there. All right, it is Saturday now. I am about to put on some makeup, so I thought we could chat while I do that and just kind of give a little bit of a reading update. All right, we have had a really just kind of slow morning. I think it's almost noon right now, which is really nice. I was able to get up this morning and have a cup of coffee and read a little bit. I didn't get much reading done yesterday. Only about 20 pages of Untethered Sky. I took the dust jacket off. I don't know. I'm kind of bored. I don't know. I think that the premise of the story is really cool. I feel like everything is really surface level, and maybe that's just because like the book's only like 150 pages, so you can't really get into a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I will probably keep just chugging along with it because it is a short book, but I do need to finish it like today. So hopefully this afternoon I get a time to just kind of sit down and knock out some reading. Okay. It's a quick makeup today. Like, I'm not putting any kind of foundation on today because we don't have any big plans today. So after I read a little bit of that this morning, let me just tell you what page I got to. I got to page 73. I'm on page 73. Yikes. Well, yeah, I am only about halfway done. All right. So after I had some coffee this morning and read, I ran out and got some donuts for all of us. It took me longer than just a quick run to get donuts because I have to go to a vegan bakery to get my donuts because I don't eat eggs or dairy. So that meant I had time to start Where the Library Hides on audio. I am liking it so far. I did get about 50 pages in this morning, just, in my drive and then getting back and just kind of hanging out. I am enjoying it. I am liking that it starts immediately after the first book. Like really immediately after. I had to take a quick pause. So it starts right off where the first book ended, and is doing a good job of reminding the reader kind of what happened in the first book, which is really nice because I did not read like a summary of the first book before I started the second one. And it's been a few months since I read the first one. So I did make it about 50 pages in, and we'll see. At some point, probably this afternoon, this evening, I will put headphones back on and continue chugging along with that. So that is my current reading update. Definitely am going to make some time later to read. Yeah, yesterday, I don't even know what. It just got busy. I was doing a little bit of homeschool planning, which I'm going to go do a little bit more of. And my husband and I went out on a date. So that was a lot of fun. And then just having a new cat in the house, that takes up quite a bit of time. So that is my reading update. I'm going to finish putting myself together. And then I think I'm going to go do some more homeschool planning. And eventually tackle folding laundry. Yay. All right, it is Sunday. It is time for a reading update. I'm in our bedroom. There's some cleaning and organizing that just needs to be done. So in a second, after the reading update, I'm going to put my headphones on and just put on my audiobook and clean this room. There's stuff all on my dresser that needs to be put away, stuff on my husband's dresser. I still have that basket of laundry that you could see in the background from yesterday's clip. So I'm going to knock this room out and then probably move on to the kitchen because that needs to be cleaned up as well. It is Sunday, so I started this reading vlog on Friday. Let's see where we are now. Last night I did finish Untethered Sky by Fonda Lee. So I gave it 3.5. I really think that the plot of the story was really fascinating. I think that she tried to squeeze it into this little novella, and it probably could have been like a full story. Like, I wanted more. I felt like there was lots of telling the reader what was happening with little snippets of actually seeing what was happening. And I would have wanted more of like the day-to-day caring for these huge massive birds that they hunt with. Like, it was there, but it wasn't. So I gave it 3.5. I did have to get the audio It was only like $6 on Audible because I did want to finish it. I wanted to see where it was going to go, but yeah, I think that the little novella just didn't do it. I don't mind little tiny books. I feel very accomplished in them. They don't even necessarily have to be like totally cozy books, because this one wasn't. Like, there was stuff going on. I could have used another like 200 pages. The cat is scratching himself, so if the camera's shaking, that's why. Take a sip of coffee and let's talk about my other books. Coffee cup number 2 for the day, because we're gonna get some stuff done, but also be a little bit cozy. You know, a good mix. All right, Where the Library Hides, I got 80 pages, so I have about 300 more pages to go in this. I appreciate that the author is kind of retelling you some things that happened in the first book so that you're not totally blind going into it. So that has been nice. It is definitely YA writing, and just some of the things that... Hang on. Cat wants to get out. So, okay, as I was saying, I just feel like some of the things that the female main character does just makes her feel very young. And she is young. She definitely has lived a very kind of enclosed life and then had some big things happen to her very quickly. And so it's just, you know, it's a YA book. I don't necessarily know that YA is my genre of books, especially in fantasy, but here we are. I'm going to keep reading it. So those are my thoughts. This afternoon, I'm going to be picking this one up and start it. I'm going to start it as a physical book. If I get into a little bit of it and think, holy moly, there's no way that I will get this fully done by Wednesday, get the audio somehow, it will probably have to be on Audible, because I've used my other credits everywhere else. So, alright, the cats are messing around. Alright, so that is my latest reading update. Here are my now current books, and I am going to clean up. So I unfortunately can't film the video while I'm listening to my audiobook because I still film on my phone. You'll see at the end. Alright, it's just gonna be like a vlog of me giving updates here in the bedroom, because kids are home. We homeschool, so my kids are always around, and we are not doing school right now, so they are really scattered everywhere. I do have little Charlie here with me. He's playing with a toy, so the camera's shaking is because he's playing on the bed. His new favorite toy is this little fuzzy cat toy. He loves it and he carries it around, which is really cute. Our other cat does not necessarily carry her toys around, but he is very toy motivated. So let's do a little bit of a reading update, and then I am going to go back and get some homeschool planning done. So it is Wednesday. I did not pick up the camera yesterday at all. I was just having a struggle day yesterday. I don't necessarily know why. It could be, you know, the holiday season was just so crazy and busy and stressful that I think I'm still coming down from that, and not in the most productive way. Yesterday was a struggle. I did go and get my hair cut. I have not washed it this morning, but yeah, I am loving it. And so that is great. I have a wonderful relationship with my hairdresser. I've been going to her for years. So that was a good thing in a day of just craziness. I also started eye therapy for my eyes because I get dizzy when I drive. So that's why I have started wearing glasses to try to help that. But apparently my eyes kind of sit out more, and so I have a really hard time bringing them into focus. So I get to do eye therapy, which is not so fun. And yeah, that created a headache after that yesterday. It was a day. But today is a new day. I am up, I am dressed. My kids are slowly getting up and dressed, and we're gonna try to make the most of it. Reading update. So, middle grade book. This is Willadine. I'm reading it aloud with my 10-year-old, and we are enjoying it. We have picked it up a couple times during this week and read a couple tabs. They're about 15-page tabs, which it could be longer. You know, they're not long pages at all, but it's also kind of nice. So I'm hoping that today, I'm hoping to pick this one up more and read a little bit with him, maybe even 2 tabs. Then my biggest reading update, let me actually take this bookmark out of here because I am done with The Little Old Lady Who Broke All the Rules. I probably would have DNF'd this if it wasn't for a book club. But I wanted to see where it goes, and I like being a part of the conversation in book club and giving my point of view, whether I liked a book and the other people didn't like the book, or I did not like the book. And I have seen one of my friends on her Goodreads, she gave it a 4-star. So I'm curious to kind of compare and contrast a little bit. You know, I went into this thinking that they were going to be like white hat crooks, you know, like that their money had run out, they're living in a crappy place, and so they go after, I don't know, like the owners of the place or something. But instead, like, they're stealing amazing art pieces and going after just like random people and stealing their valuables and money. I just I had a really hard time with it. And like, they're obviously clumsy, they're not professionals, but they also just don't think things through. Like, they're 70, 80-year-old people who for the most part have led very well lives and just have no common sense, and somehow just kind of fumble through these burglaries. They do end up in prison, but not for long. And do they learn anything from it? No, they keep planning more. So far, I have given it a 3-star. It will probably be bumped down to a 2 or 2.5. All right, so there's that. But that means I am going to be working hard on this. I think I have 3 or 4 days left on my Libby hold for the audio for this. I have about 300 pages left, so I need to do about 100 pages each day, which is doable. That's kind of like, if I am going to sit down and devote a good chunk of time to reading, I can do 100 pages. So, and you know, it's YA. It does read fast, and now I have the time to fully devote to it. Hopefully I will get that done really soon, because then I have this beast to pick up. Will I get to this before this vlog is over? Probably not. Will I finish this before the live show for this? No. The live show is on Sunday. It is Wednesday. This is over 600 pages. Yeah, just over 600 pages. It won't get done, but that's okay. I can go back and rewatch the live show later. So hopefully in this vlog I'll get to it. That is my reading update. I think as of right now, I'm going to go back into the schoolroom. I need to do a little bit of cleaning, and then I need to film a homeschool video for my homeschool channel. If you're interested in secular homeschooling, that is linked down below. I have not been posting as much on it in the past month or two, really kind of month. We're just kind of in a point in our school year. We're halfway through. We're just kind of chugging along. We're actually over halfway through, so there's not big, huge changes. So I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of like a planning video. So I think that's what I'm gonna go do now. I'll bring you along as I am kind of setting up for that video. All right, welcome to our schoolroom. This is where we homeschool. Under this is our table. So my husband is making a side table for my oldest son, And so he brought the wood in yesterday to let it get to room temperature because it's really cold out, before he starts assembling it. And then that is where it has stayed. So I will have to set that aside. My youngest went outside and played yesterday. We don't have snow like the rest of our state, but it was frigid. So he got all of his snow gear and then left it there. And then just stuff over here that needs to be picked up. So I'm gonna just probably leave the camera right here. Sure, why not? And do a little quick cleanup. So, I don't know, enjoy the music and watching me clean. I also have a cup of coffee that I am chugging for dear life today. Make my homeschool video now, and probably during lunchtime I'm gonna get some more reading done, so I will be back for a reading update later. I do have book club tonight talking about the Little Old Lady book, and I need to make chili for it. We are doing a soup exchange, so thanks Charlie. Walked by and knocked my camera. Anyways, so I'm bringing chili to our soup exchange. So, busy day. I'm gonna be making some oatmeal for breakfast, so I'm gonna talk while I'm doing that. So, let's catch up on some books. I mean, I have had a really good reading week. Now, it's the beginning of the year. I am motivated. We have also been off of school this week, so I have had time to sit down and devote like a chunk of time to reading. I don't think that I picked up the camera yesterday, which was Thursday. Today is Friday. So let's talk about what I have read this week. I probably won't give an update later this afternoon. I will probably be finishing up the vlog here. But, so I finished Untethered Sky. You know my thoughts, it was okay. I think it could have been a full-on epic fantasy. This one, I did have book club Wednesday evening, and I was not the only one that felt this way. A lot of us, if we actually finished it, felt that there was just so much going on in this book that was kind of crazy and outlandish, and that's unfortunate. It had the premise to be a really awesome story. And then last night, I pushed through and read the ending of Where the Library Hides. I actually still have my bookmark in here. The water is heating up, so if you hear that, that's what that noise is. 4 stars. You know, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna let the water keep heating up. I'll let that sit there and do its oatmeal stuff. So I finished this last night. It was 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I liked how everything kind of came together. It is definitely YA, and I don't know that I am the target audience for YA, but I enjoyed it. I think that the biggest thing that I kind of have, well, I mean, there are some things, but the magic system. It wasn't really until like halfway through this book that they like reintroduced the magic system back in, and I had kind of forgotten what it was, and I still don't really remember how it works. I think everything else was, you know, like kind of explained again, you know, which I appreciate. I appreciate that the author took time to re-explain some things and plots and stuff that happened in the first book. I wish that the magic system had been more and re-explained in this book. But I enjoyed it. It was good. 4 stars. So I have some stuff that I need to do today, and then I am going to be picking up Malice. I will not have it done, obviously, by Sunday for the live on YouTube for Becca and the Books. That is fine. I will go back and rewatch it at some point. I do have to have another book done by next Wednesday. Oh wait, I guess not. I guess that's the following. I can't keep my weeks straight. January is just becoming mush. No, I actually, yeah, so I have a lot of time to devote to this, actually. So that'll be good. So this afternoon, once I get some stuff done here, have some breakfast, I gotta go pick up groceries, I need to edit a video, do stuff with my kids, make sure that I'm ready for school next week. Yeah, it's a busy day. And we might go to the zoo for a little bit. It's freezing here, and we are probably gonna get some snow this evening into tomorrow morning. But we like going to the zoo when it's like really cold and we have to bundle up. It just is more fun, and usually there's nobody else there, and the animals are more active. That's where I am in reading. So this week I have finished 3 books, which is amazing, and I'm going to be starting this. On that note, I think that's where I'm going to leave off this vlog. I'm going to go eat. It doesn't look very good. I put blueberries in it, and it has turned it a little purpley gray. But I have some oatmeal. Might add some almond butter to it. But I think that's where I'm going to leave off this vlog. So that is my reading for a week. It varies week to week, but definitely kind of like anytime that I have, I sit down and pick up a book. And that's how I get a lot of reading done. As always, if you like this or anything else that I post here on this channel, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and I will be back for more soon.